Good morning. It's Friday, March 3rd. It's rainy. Storms are coming in. They didn't hit last night, which is great. Tonight I'm going to get into Hiawassee. Use some of those amazing miles that I've built up and get a room. I think I'm sending more stuff home because it's funny, after those first couple days, like usually I get up and have oatmeal, but today my morning routine takes like, I don't know, an hour and something. I just kind of ease into it. And this morning I had to get up and get out to catch the shuttle at noon out of Unicoi Gap. So I just ate a big Sur bar, and that's more calories than what I was eating for breakfast anyhow. I mean, 2 packs of oatmeal and a Carnation instant breakfast is maybe a little less, or right around the 600 calories that a big Sur bar is. And I don't have to heat any water. And then I've kind of just been drinking electrolytes in the morning instead of coffee and Carnation breakfast anyway. So I think my move is going to be to just ditch the coffee, ditch the Carnation instant breakfast, ditch the oatmeal, and just use big Surs for breakfast and snack. And then, I don't know, I haven't really been doing lunch either. I've been eating huge dinners though. So I think I'm going to drop my North sides and just go to ramen bombs every night. I can kind of do that. I don't really get too uppity about having the same thing. I mean, in my normal life, I eat oatmeal every morning with honey on it. It's not a pressure point for me. But the ramen bombs have been good, so I'm just going to stick with it. So I'll just probably pick up a big Sur bars, snacks that'll push me through lunch, more electrolytes, because I've been, depending on if I'm wearing my rain jacket or not, usually I had been doing one in the afternoon and then one at camp at night. And then when it's been raining and I've been sweating more, I've kind of been throwing another one in. And now I'm kind of switching to drinking it in the morning, the afternoon, and the night. And I think as it heats up and I keep sweating more, while I start shedding my insulation, my natural insulation, I gotta just regulate that water retention and salt consumption. So I think I have my trail name. It's just a term I've been saying because, you just get forgetful. I mean, you probably notice in my videos, I'm like, I left this gap, I don't know, whatever. So I just kept saying that I was getting trail brain, because I think that should be a term if it's not already. Trail brain, kind of like pregnancy brain, where you just get a little, you get a little lack of oxygen and you're exhausted. So maybe you forget something. I don't know. But I think trail brain's going to be the official title now, because I feel like I get trail brain quite enough. I left it in one of my responses to a comment. I started typing, and then you end up, fat fingering something. You get the wrong word in there, and then I just, was like, oops, sorry, trail brain. So I think trail brain it is. And Jordan, if you're watching, I think, or anybody from my team, pretty sure you'd understand trail brain's pretty accurate. I just kind of come into work and I'm like, what are we doing today? Not really overly concerned about what the day brings. And that's kind of how I've been, every day out here on the trail. It's a new day. You get a new start. It doesn't take long for my knees to start screaming again, but from what I hear, that either never goes away or it works itself out. I don't think it's necessarily an injury. I think it's just my body getting used to, walking up and down mountains all day, as it were. So, sorry if you hear I noticed in my other videos that you can kind of hear what I'm listening to on my MP3 player a little bit. My apologies. I'll try to talk over it. I'm just kind of keeping myself moving out here. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go into town. Supposed to have like 45-mile-an-hour winds tonight. And I don't really want to set up the hammock in that, and I got some stuff that needs to dry out. I learned a lesson last night that whatever side I hang my clothes up to dry on, because I gotta pause this. Stand by, kids. Okay, so I don't know what I was saying now. See, there goes that trail brain. Last night when I set up my tarp, I brought an extra, like, I think it's like a 10-foot bungee line that I made that I was going to use to hang clothes up. So I kind of run it down off my tarp and I connect it to my guy lines to give it some tension and then wrap it around my tent stakes. This is nice. Oh, look at that. So I wrap it around my tent stakes and get it nice and taut. And then I hang my clothes from it with safety pins to let them dry. Well, last night, I didn't really calculate which way the rain was going to come in. And we were down in Low Gap. So if you've ever been there, it's kind of surrounded by a mountainside. So you're kind of down in this gap a little bit, maybe 150, 200 feet. And it's not too windy, which is great. But the rain came down in, and I didn't have that side of my tarp touching the ground. So the bottom of my alpaca shirt is wet. Now, the beauty of that is that alpaca could be soaking wet and still stay warm. So it felt damp to the touch, but as soon as I put it on, once your body adjusts to the temperature of it, you start warming it back up and drying it out. So that's great, because right now I'm walking around in the shirt and life is good. So I gotta let some stuff dry out at the hotel tonight a little bit better, maybe get my tarp dry again, which, it's just one of those things you take advantage of while you can, because you're definitely not always gonna have that. Your tarp is just gonna be wet. It's just gonna be the way it is. But I'm gonna exercise that option to get a room and let the knees heal a little bit. I'm going to try to find, I'll edit that, or maybe not. What do you do, right? The left glove is for the booger catching, and the right glove is for catching sweat. So, no idea what I was saying. I don't know. I'll just edit a bunch of that garbage. I can't believe nobody's caught up with me yet. Bye, phone. I miss you. So I'm pretty sure what I was trying to think of earlier and I might have already said it, I don't know, but a compression sleeve for my left leg. Because that knee kind of, he's getting adjusted. That's how we'll put it. He's getting adjusted to his new lifestyle. So I've already got a compression for my right knee. And I just need one for that left knee. And I got a feeling a lot of stuff's going to be going back home. So I'm probably going to shed a couple more pounds. I shed 4 pounds at Unicoi Gap. Sending some just storage bags and my muscle roller. Because I can just use my trekking pole instead. Just simple little things. Hopefully this time my nose is clear. How about that? This is the reality of it, friends. It's currently, let's take a look. You're just gonna bear with me. My thermometer says 64. So it's 64 and cloudy with rain. Wind doesn't seem too bad. I don't know how far I got. I think I'm probably coming up on 4 miles in. So that means I got about 5 to 6 to go. Not too bad. I think you think I'd have looked at the time. It's just now 8:01. So I've been out, I don't know, an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, something like that. It doesn't matter. It's all relative, right? Like, I just got to get there by noon. whether that's at 11:55 or 11:25. Shuttle driver doesn't care. I just got to get there so I can get to town. I guess I'll let you go and climb this hill. Bye. All right, so I just found this amusing. This is the trail. Like legit. Well, that's not it, but here's what I'm walking on. It's wet and rainy. And it's funny because in the previous thing I shot, I was saying how it wasn't that windy yet. And just a few moments later, I ended up on a ridge line and the wind was blowing across it like crazy. I found that amusing. Oh. So, yeah. Usually we have a mudslide to walk on, but, you know, never to be outdone. Trying to keep it fun. It looks like I'm gonna just keep, oh, there's a little dry spot or a soft spot. I go right up around that corner. Big fun. So, whoa. So we got out of the mountains today, got into town. I've heard all kinds of crazy stuff what the weather might do, especially up there. They're calling for maybe wind gust of like 60 miles an hour and hail possible with storms starting in sometime this afternoon and running into the night. So we got off trail and we're staying at the wonderful Holiday Inn Express in, I don't know, Waiahatchee, trail brain, right? Wherever we are, and that's where we are. No matter where you go, there you are. So I'm walking down. I've already realized like I kind of want to change what I'm eating. And I want to send this umbrella back because not that the umbrella isn't nice, it's just it's kind of a hassle. And I know for some people they make it work. I had magnets holding mine down and I bent it backwards a little bit to give me a little bit more perspective while I was walking. At the end of the day, man, you're just still soaking wet. Or maybe I'll send the hardware home for it and hold on to the umbrella. I don't know. It is kind of nice right now. Hiawassee. That's where we are, Hiawassee, Georgia. Now that I'm looking at signs here. So I'm just walking along the road here. Gonna head to the post office. Gonna kind of change up what I'm eating a little bit. And I think I talked about that earlier. I just found that I can snack and eat more calories than I was going to stopping to eat a meal. So it just really doesn't make any sense to stop and make meals when I can just be eating, like on the go. And I think my wife will understand that. She's traveled with me enough to understand that, you know, when I'm moving out, I like to just move out. I don't know that I need this umbrella either though. I mean, so today I used it all of maybe 30-45 minutes, and we did 10 miles this morning. And you know, I was sweating like crazy. So I think most of the time right now, because it hasn't saturated, but right now most of the time the only issue I'm having is sweating on the inside. And you know, the rain's been coming down, so I think I'll just stick with the rain gear and send the umbrella home and move on. And now I just remembered I forgot something I wanted to send home, but that's something I'll just probably drop into a hiker box. So they have a hiker box at the Holiday Inn we're at. I saw some of my friends circling it like vultures when we went to check in. So I'm sure they found some stuff. I'm also gonna find, man, I really should figure this out. Maybe I shouldn't send this stuff home yet. Because I had something else I wanted to send home, and I want to try to find a pair of medium shorts, because right now I'm wearing large shorts and I just can't cinch those things down enough. Like, for real, just cannot cinch them down enough. So I think I'm gonna go to the outfitter first. So I might just be carrying this weight around for a little bit, and then seeing if I can find a medium pair of shorts, and then going back and grabbing my shorts. Oh, they gotta dry. I guess I'll carry them up trail and ship them home later. That'll work. They're not too big of a burden. But changing my diet is gonna cut a lot of weight, because I think I'm just gonna stick to ramen bombs at night, you know, having a nice warm dinner, and then just kind of pounding in snacks for breakfast and lunch, and you know, getting a lot of electrolytes and water. So that's the story now. In town, gonna get a good night's sleep, hopefully in a hotel room. Let this storm pass. Bye.